Hey, what's up YouTube and GPK fam? It's your boy Retro Hero back again. As promised this week, we're going to rip into that We Hate the 90s hobby box. We're going to pick a winner for one of those Scorpion 2 Garbage Pail Kid tattoos. And just to do things a little bit different, maybe as I tear into this We Hate the 90s, because I'm sure everyone has seen that before, I'll do a little Q&A. Been receiving some questions via email and a couple questions in the comments section, so I'll do my best to answer those. Sit back, relax, and let's have some fun. Hey, welcome back. In last week's video, I said if you hit that like button, were a subscriber, and left a comment, I was going to pick a winner for the Italian Garbage Pail Kids Holiday Special tattoo cards. They're Scorpions, which is basically Italian Garbage Pail Kids. They're pretty cool because I tore one open just to maybe show everybody what's inside of these. You've got some sticker cards. You've got smaller tattoo cards, another smaller tattoo card, and comes with a regular sized, at least Scorpion wise, tattoo card. This is pretty cool. I like this. TV Stevie, nice little tattoo card. Got some instructions there if you read Italian. You know, if you're the winner of this, you can take this and maybe iron it on your shirt and let everyone in town know that you represent GPK and think it's awesome. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and dump out the names. We're going to pick a winner. Oops. And this week's winner is, all right, Godspilla. So Godspilla, congratulations. You are the winner of the unopened Scorpions 2 Holiday Special tattoo cards. If you're not a winner this week, folks, don't fret. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment on this week's video, and I'll give another one away next week. This week, as promised, we're going to tear open that We Hate the 90s hobby box. Last time I tore one open, I got a nice plate card. Before that, I got an autograph by Smokin' Joe, so I want to kind of keep this trend going with these hobby boxes and maybe get something cool, and we'll do it live here on YouTube and we can celebrate together. Also, you know, while I'm tearing these open, I'm sure you've watched an unboxing of the We Hate the 90s cards before. If you haven't, you know, they're out there on YouTube. You can go ahead and search it and watch that. I'm going to do a little bit of Q&A. I've been receiving some questions via email and in the comments, and people want to know a little bit about, you know, myself and why I GPK. So I guess I'll share some answers with you, and we'll do this a little bit different. I apologize about that. I was having a small camera issue, so I did just take the film off of this We Hate the 90s hobby box. I've opened a couple of these. So far, I've been pretty darn lucky with a hit in a hobby box. I've got an autograph and a plate card, my last two hobby boxes that I did. And, you know, you're not guaranteed a hit in the hobby box. So I was pretty excited when I got one the last couple of times, and I'm hoping to continue with that luck today. So I'm going to get to ripping on these. I got my One Touch Ultra case just in case I get that really cool hit. You see some neat things in the background. That'll be Retro Hero Show and Tell number 8. So I'll talk about some things that came in recently. But today we're tearing open the 2019 Topps We Hate the 90s Garbage Pail Kids hobby box. Now, this is probably, I don't know, in my top 5 of recent Garbage Pail Kids sets. Really liked the We Hate the 80s. It's probably my favorite. Then, of course, Chrome 2. But this was a really good set, and I've been pretty lucky, as I said before. So let's talk a little bit about these odds. Base parallel, the phlegm is 1 in 8. The fool's gold is 1 in 87. A printing plate is 1 in 1,221. Artist autograph, 1 in 190, and a classic 90 sticker, 1 in 3. Sketch card is 1 in 279. Boy, it'd be neat to pull a sketch live, wouldn't it? And as I mentioned in the intro videos, this time around we're going to do something a little different. As I open these up, I'm going to talk about some questions that I received and tell you a little bit about myself. So a couple of emails and questions I received are people are asking, hey, where are you from, Retro Heroes? So as I said before in a couple of my videos, you know, I am from the Midwest. It's actually Nebraska, and I grew up here. I've lived here my entire life. I did spend some time in some other states here and there, but I've always been a Midwestern boy by heart, and I'm excited. I'm excited to be part of Nebraska, and I'm excited to be part of this community and living here for a long time. I know people say, well, you know, Nebraska, there's not a lot of stuff to do. Well, you know, maybe not, but it's a great place to raise kids, raise a family, and, you know, I can't really complain a lot about being in Nebraska. So well, there's a nice little card, pin art, very cool, and Messy Mario is going to be your classic sticker. Messy Mario, very cool. 2 packs in and no hit yet. Should I continue? Of course. So someone asked, hey, how long have you been collecting Garbage Pail Kids? Let's see. I started in 1985 in Series 1. For real, Series 1. A buddy of mine, Jeremy, came home and I was in grade school. I've been collecting baseball cards for a long time. In fact, that was one of the fun things that my dad did with me is he was a stamp collector growing up. So, you know, he said, hey, if you want to collect something, I'll help out. And that's what we did. We collected baseball cards and actually made quite a bit of money. In fact, that's how I made money until I went to college, was by collecting and buying and selling baseball cards. But my buddy Jeremy got me into this. He came home one day and had a couple of these cards, and I was checking them out. And, you know, total 80s kid. I loved cartoons. I loved all the toys. And I was like, what are those? And he's like, these are Garbage Pail Kids. And I got them from Quick Shop, and Quick Shop was a convenient mart that was not too far away from our house. Now, the reason we went to Quick Shop is, well, we played a lot of video games in the 80s, right? So, yeah, that's why we went up there, pinball, video games, and he said he got these cards there, so jumped on my 10-speed and rode up there with him, and they were down by the bubblegum area, and I bought a couple packs because they were 25 cents, and I fell in love with Garbage Pail Kids then. Now, I never had a full, complete first set. You know, I didn't have that much money, but Garbage Pail Kids were pretty nostalgic. They were pretty cool, and or excuse me, not nostalgic, but they were pretty cool, especially as, you know, an 11, 12-year-old boy. And I went back and told my dad, and my dad's like, well, you know, we're buying cases already of baseball cards. You know, I don't really want to get into Garbage Pail Kid cards. You know, I don't know if they'll ever hold value. And so we continued buying baseball cards and collecting. But later, Garbage Pail Kids were a huge phenomenon in 1985. And basically, they were everywhere in school. And they didn't have any advertisements. You know, you didn't have a commercial that said anything about Garbage Pail Kid cards. You didn't have a newspaper ad or magazine ad. This was all, you know, 12, 13, 11-year-old boys basically talking about this in school and showing these to each other. And that's what made them really cool. But by the time the second series came out, they were really popular. Now, there was parents groups that hated them, and there were parent groups that just didn't. I mean, they thought these were the the next coming of the devil. So they were pretty popular. I mean, that's just what the popularity was. So what happened was they blew up. And by the time they blew up and the second series was rolling out, my dad said, hey, let's buy a case of them and put together some sets and start selling them. So we bought a case from Topps, as we often did with baseball cards. We put together some sets, and yeah, that was pretty much it. That's how I made money as a kid. So how long have I been collecting? 35 years. 35 years I've been collecting Garbage Pail Kid cards. No, I saved some as a kid. I got back into it a couple years ago when these newer series were coming back out. I was going through a store one day. I looked at them and go, oh, wow, those are still a thing. And I had no idea. And I bought a couple packs and was just in love with the nostalgia. As a lot of you know, I have a bunch of 80s stuff down here in my basement. So this is where I come to relax and work and reminisce of, what I was growing up. So, hey, that's why I collect them now, and that's why I'm into them now. Why do you collect GPK? So why do I collect Garbage Pail Kids? Well, you search for Garbage Pail Kids on YouTube. So why do I collect them? They're nostalgic for me. I grew up in the 80s. I really like cartoons. I really like art, and why not? They're inexpensive. Video games for a while there got a little bit crazy. So I thought let's get into something else that can occupy my time and that I enjoy doing. And Garbage Pail Kids were just the thing. They were around, they were cool, and I've always collected cards, so I thought, why not? Why not Garbage Pail Kid cards? And, for the last 5 years, I've had a really good time doing this. I've got lots of original series, done a lot of research, getting into some foreign stuff now. Of course, love those Imperial toys. And, I don't think this is probably something that will ever go away. I'm not buying everything at once. I'm not looking to be the biggest collector in the entire United States or the world for Garbage Pail Kid cards. I just want to have fun and do a video and share my hobby with you. So that's why I collect them. Is this your business? Do you sell Garbage Pail Kid cards? No, I hoard Garbage Pail Kid cards. I don't sell cards. I do some trading from time to time. I give away a lot of cards, especially base cards on the Facebook's Garbage Pail Kid Marketplace and Garbage Pail Kid Collective. I want to help out other people in the community and finish their base sets. I don't sell. This isn't my business. There's another question down there. It says, what do you do for a living? Well, I'm in my mid-40s, so I spent the last 20 years in, such a cool card, last 20 years in banking, and I work on the executive management level of banking, so that's what I do. I crunch a lot of numbers all day long, so it's not a ton of fun, and maybe that's why I really enjoy Garbage Pail Kid cards. Huh. Pretty cool. Thanks for the question. Appreciate it. So we see a lot of video games in your room tour. Are you ever going to do a show and tell about them? I love video games, especially the video games from the 80s, a lot of NES, Super NES, modern day stuff, or I guess if you call Xbox the original modern day, collect a lot of that. But no, I'm probably never going to do a video on video games. That content is out there on YouTube, and there's so many people that are professionals of those, and pretty much everything has been done over and over again. So no, I'm probably not going to do a video on those. But if you got questions, you can shoot me questions. If there are people out there that want to trade Garbage Pail Kids for video games or vice versa, I'm down to work something like that with you guys. So let me know, and and no, I'm not going to do a video on video games. I don't want to embarrass myself. So, no hit yet. So again, great card, Selene, Sarah, very cool. No hit yet in this pack, but I still love this set, and I am hoping to finish it. So we're going to keep going. Next question: how do you feel about PSA grading? Let's see. I talked about this a couple videos back. I am not a PSA expert. You know, I don't know a lot about it. You know, I always thought card grading are for people who want to, you know, sell cards, and that's not really me. I don't sell cards. Now, if it's the first series, I'm all about preserving history, encapsulating those cards. Plus, you know, they have some value. Don't get me wrong. If you get a gem mint 10 something or another, you know, you got a valuable card. But I don't think, you know, the second, third, fourth through 15th series, or just regular base cards, unless it's an atomic refractor or something like that, you know, to me, it's not worth PSA grading, paying the money to PSA grade those. Now, there'll be lots of people out there that disagree with me. So here is the best advice I can give you. You want to know a little bit about PSA grading, reach out to people on Instagram like GPK Killa or GP Killer, Killa, Killa. He'll be able to talk to you about grading. There's a channel called GPK Forever, and they do a lot of videos on grading. Maybe reach out to him, check his channel out. He'll talk to you a little bit about the PSA grading and how to get that done. But no, I have sent cards to PSA. I don't have a lot of them, but they are cards that were in my original collection and very special to me, and I didn't care really how they came back graded. Well, I cared how they came back graded, but, you know, backward. I didn't really... I guess I just wanted to keep the cards encapsulated because they were my favorite cards. So I think that's why I sent them off. But again, no expert, so not really going to be able to help out with that. I want to get into this, but it's so expensive. What do you do about the prices? Okay, what do I do about the prices? Well, you know, I say this every video, guys. GPK on a budget, right? Garbage Pail Kids are popular, and anything that's nostalgic is, you know, going to be popular, and it's going to be a hobby, and a hobby costs money. Bad Barney there, and Ranophobia, very cool. You can't do anything about the prices. You can be a smart shopper if you're buying things online or in Facebook groups, or you're going to eBay or any other site that is selling Garbage Pail Kids. You can do some research, you know, listen to people that know about this. I am a banking nerd, so, you know, I crunch numbers for a living, and I see the gold card in here, so we're going to move that to the back, and I'll let you guys know what that is at the very end. I would say, you know, I'm a banking nerd, so I crunch numbers, so I know, you know, is this a value? Is this not a value? And that's what I do. So let's look at this gold card here, because I'm getting confused. Okay, cool. Jinko. So everyone remember Jinkos, the huge, or the jeans that have the huge feet area back for ravers in the 90s. Very cool. Got the gold dust card, and that is 48 of 50. So that is our hit for the box. Hey, I'll take a gold card any day of the week and twice on Sunday. So what do I do about the prices? Gosh, nothing. You know, I crunch numbers. I try to look at what value. You know, I'm a data nerd, so I've got the last, you know, 6 months to year worth of data from eBay on what wax packs cost. I would be able to tell you the difference between an auction wax pack and a buy it now wax pack, and a how much they cost if you buy the whole box together, how much the boxes cost, because, you know, I want a GPK in a budget, and I want a good deal, not to resell. I just don't want to buy something and immediately have buyer's remorse. So I do spreadsheets like that, and maybe in an upcoming video I'll share some of that with you guys. But I don't know, it's pretty nerdy. Let me know what you think. Leave me a comment if you want to hear any of that type of stuff. So Neon Leon, Charles, and no rain. Okay, so far our hit has been Gene Co over there, and was excited to get him. That was pretty much it for the questions, the Q&A portion. There were some other ones, but they're a little personal, some things that are not really that interesting. So I'll answer those directly. If you send me an email, I'll do my best to respond to you too. Some people have been sending me some cool links to some sites that have some unique Garbage Pail Kid things. Oddity, cool. So I've been checking those out, and again, thanks for the support and the love you guys have been giving me. I'm happy to share this hobby with anybody. I'm not a professional YouTuber. I'm not in this for the money, because there really isn't any unless you're the top 1%. So this is just about sharing my hobby with you, sending some cool things out to y'all, and having a little bit of fun. And that's a lot what you get with this community, especially in the Facebook groups. You notice that Garbage Pail Kid people are just really cool people. And, I would be friends with a lot of them. So anyway, our hit for the box today, the We Hate the 90s hobby box, is Gene Co. Pretty cool. And 48 of 50. We did get a lot of the subset stickers. We got the phlegm yellow and the greens here. So just take another quick look through there. Neon Leon and phlegm will spray. Butthead. You guys remember Beavis and Butthead? Windy Willie. Rhinophobia. Bad Barney. Spice Gals. Prepackaged Mel. I still eat Lunchables. Pattern. Quirky Kirk. Star Trek Deep Space Nine, right? Jar Jack. King of the World. Taryn Ears Tyson. Such a good card. Phlegm Yellow Buttonhead. Tribal Tad. Beanie Barbie. Fishy Fred. Page. You guys remember Pagers? Man, I had a clear blue one. I went out and bought it. Oh, I thought it was so cool. Lopsided Link. Crisscross. Everyone jump. Tase Ted. Bill and Ted. Will Spray. Tickled Elmo. This was like Cabbage Patch Kids in the 80s. I remember this was, I remember the Cabbage Patch Kid craze, and then I remember Tickle Me Elmo craze. Now it's just Black Friday craze every year, right? Jonathan Fakes. Just Say Neo. Scrunchy Sherry. Family Urkel. And Bad Barney for the yellow. So thanks so much for tuning in. Again, hit that like button, that subscribe button, and leave a comment. And you too can be a winner of one of those unopened Italian Garbage Pail Kid packs back there, the tattoo packs. Next week's video will be a show and tell. Some stuff back here. That was a birthday gift. So, hey, shout out to Jim at Omaha Sports Cards. You the man. Thanks for hooking a brother up. Got some more, looks like those are from Finland back there, Garbage Pail Kid cards. Got some sketch cards come in and some pretty cool Imperial toys. So lots of stuff to talk about next week. Thanks so much for joining in this week. Again, hit that like button, be a subscriber, leave me a comment, and next week again I'll pick another winner. Take care of yourself. Love each other. See ya.